What's up, guys? So I got something cool here that I think is pretty neat. It's my first project in Ableton in probably like about a year. I messed around with it a little bit when I had a push, but in the end I ended up going back to Logic. I just felt more at home there. However, there are some times where I have missed it enough to the point where I came back to it, and this is what I made after being away from it for a year. And it's a lot different than what I've been making in Logic. So I'll go ahead and show it to you first, and then we'll go ahead and just start adding more stuff to it. And then I'll break it down a bit. More layered instruments come in and play that melody, but when we get to the chorus, I wanted it to go slightly different, so that's what I'm currently working on right now. Just a short preview of how this whole thing started. We started off with an 808 actually, and that started off like this. Very rumbly, very loud, distorted. I had to drive it up a bit when I threw it in the sampler because the volume just wasn't there. But it's got that in there, and a glide in there, as you heard, one glide. It's a very mono, just straight tone note throughout the progression. And from there, I just went ahead and I added in all these little intricate. Actually, the next thing was this from Razor, which is a new synth that I got that I love. Actually, I take it back. It started off with that, and then I was like, all right, I can hear an 808 under this, and then that's when I threw the 808. And then after I had that, I went ahead and I threw in the 808, and then I added all these little just percussive sounds and elements, and we ended up with a little, little articulate beat that I like. Articulation a lot. And that ended up coming in right here. In the top line, you just hear this. So simple, the melody. But it doesn't have the body until you add the 808 right here. So that's how that came about. Now I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the actual chorus, and this I originally had keys, but it sounded a little too pretty for me. It didn't really fit it, so I'm gonna mess around and wavetable a bit and see if we can figure something out here. I actually really like the actual the intro of that. Problem is I don't even remember how I played it in Ableton 10. I don't even remember the shortcut for bringing it back, which sucks, but try it again. Didn't record it, guys. Just my luck. For whatever darn reason. Alright. like it enough to keep it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Go ahead and I added a few more stuff here. Let's see. Forgive my dog's barking. Okay. And let's see. Got some new toys in Reactor 6, so let's see what that's all about. I actually think a pad would go good on the chorus of this, so we'll give it a shot. So what that is in the key of F sharp minor. It is a 1 minor, then it goes down to the 6, and then it goes down to the 3rd, and then it goes up to the 5. So we'll play that again. I'm going to actually record that. Go ahead and see if I can work with that. I'm gonna come in here, and what do you know? Of course, it didn't catch it, guys. Just my luck. It didn't catch the first note. Luckily, I knew what I was playing. Okay, I'm gonna actually join those together. Oh my gosh, bro. For whatever reason, J. Alright, got them together now. And I'm going to take those and we're going to quantize them. Quantize. Okay. Quantize was Command U in here. We're just going to bring it back just a touch. Those, just going to shift them on over just. Come on. There we go. So now we process this thingy. So we'll come back in here, and me personally, I love Fab Filter stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and give Ableton stuff a shot. And let's see, because I want to use the racks. You know, that's one of the biggest things about here is using your racks. EQ8, EQ8, that one. I've got that. What I really want to mess with is an LFO. Problem is, I don't know if there is an LFO within here. So if any of y'all know of an LFO in Ableton, that would be awesome to share because I only know the LFOs and Logic and the synths in there. Only other thing I can think of would be a gate. Use a gate to do it. I don't really want to do that. It would be under utility. You know what? It's okay because I have a backup for not finding an LFO, and that, my friends, would be LFO tool if it would show up. Buckets. Extra line. MIDI effects. Audio instruments. MIDI effects. Extra lines. Buckets. DSTs. Dimitri. Audio unit. Gosh, I don't even remember who made it. Haven't used that thing in a while. Son of a gun. That sucks. Who was it? Zephyr Records. There we go. LFO tool. Perfect. Drop that sucker up in there. Somewhat there. What I feel like it needs now is drive. Like it needs drive. It's lacking in presence. So we're gonna take an overdrive. We're gonna throw on an enhancement. Never used this, but we're gonna see how it for sure. I can't believe I forgot about this earlier. I was just too busy thinking about the complex stuff. Compressor. That's a big one. Big one. A compressor. And personally, like I said, I love FabFilter, but I'm using Ableton, so I'm going to try and give it a shot. And I'm going to use a compressor from Ableton. My dogs keep barking. Okay. Getting there. The only thing that I have a problem with now is the placement of the sound. This particular sound is just, it's too out there. It's too forward, so we're gonna have to bring it back, and then on top of that, I wanna be able to place it somewhere in a stereo image, somewhere off to the left or to the right. It's just too present right now where it's at. So, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that down. better. Now that we've got that set, stereo imaging. Okay. Let's see. Now, to be honest, I don't know where that is in here. I really don't know. Phase invert, right invert. So if any of y'all know of it, please let me know. Vinyl distortion. I'm gonna experiment. So I actually like that a lot. The only problem I have here is that these aren't loud enough, so I went ahead and I changed that real quick. And I can't seem to find the stereo directional mixer like in Logic. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a panning. If I can figure out where in the hell that is in here too. Oh, there we are, found it. To the right. That seemed to give it a little bit of width. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it'll do for now. So hearing it from the verse 1, pre-chorus 1, whatever it is yet, 4 bars before the chorus, it'll sound like this. Impact at all yet that I want at all. It just has more texture to it, which is good, but it's still not what I want. So I'm gonna try and add some with, I think this is the Alicia Keys. This might be the Alicia Keys, or was it this one? This is the Alicia Keys. We're gonna try and add some with this. Sorry. There we go. There, so we might. All I know is that I need something. For sure it needs more impact. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Splice, because that didn't really do it for me in my head. We're going to type in impact. I think. Ooh, that'll sound nice. Whoa. That'll sound really good. I'm going to just come in here. And we'll spread that out. Try and place that right there. That was dope. I like that a lot. So we'll go ahead and put that there. It's just competing so much with the dang kick, like it's competing so much. So I'm gonna have to sidechain the hell out of that to the kick. I have to do that right here, which is kind of annoying. To be honest, I don't really like doing this, mixing stuff too much. I mean, it's alright, it's cool, but at the same time, what the hell? bro. Work. Drag audio here. No, I don't want the audio, bro. I need the plugin in there. There we go. Sidechain to the 808. Kick. Vicky. Let's kick. Next. That was a lot better. So now that we've got that sidechain, what I'm gonna do is go back in over here, and I need something like an exhaust. I love a good exhaust. So I'll go ahead and come in here, and I'll look at some exhaust effects, and good God. Shit. My bad, guys. That one might work. Yep. Put that in right there. We're going to drop that down a lot because that's just going to be too much. Very, very ambient sounding. So I'll increase it so you can hear it, and then I'll back it down again so it fits in the mix. So just go ahead. It's got a really nice background aura sound to it, which I'm really digging right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep that there and back. Almost there. With it is the initial is just way too hot. Like it's not working for me. So I'm just gonna try and trim that initial hit out. That's better. It doesn't come in as strong because before it was coming at like I think it was coming in at, I don't know, maybe 6 decibels and then going down to like -12, which is a big difference in like half a second. And too much of an impact, so I trimmed out the initial attack and just kept the tail. I'll actually fade that just a little bit. How it goes back into the regular. Okay, so that's another instance of it right there. So let's hear how that goes in. Back into the chorus. Back in the verse. That's not too bad. It's not bad. It's just it needs just minor stitching together, I think, to make that work. So that's it. Went ahead and added some effects to the chorus. Essentially the beat is, you know, the percussive staccatos are the same from the verse 1 to pre-chorus, but I did change the chord progression. So in the intro to the verse 1, all the way into the pre-chorus, it's the same exact, 808 mono one tone note throughout the whole intro, and then once we get to the chorus is when I implement the chord progression where the 808 plays the bass line. And then we've also got this over here. I didn't even notice what instrument this was. I think it was Flesh, maybe it was Flesh, where we've got a Reactor 6 Contour that's playing these chords, and I believe it was a 1-6-3 1635, with a few minors and sevenths in there. And then to enhance it and embellish it just a little bit more, we went ahead and threw in some white noise kind of impact effects, which I thought really sounded nice and complemented the ambience of the chorus. Yeah, the chorus may not really fit the style of the verse, but it adds variation, and I think variation is very important, which is why I left it. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, and I'll go ahead and include the final product at the end so y'all can go ahead and mess around with and have fun with the, the beat. So thanks for watching, and y'all take care. Have a good one.